On July 19th, 2025, what should have been a routine crash response turned into a much uglier DUI investigation after officers linked one driver to multiple impacts, witness videos, and an attempted escape from the scene. By the time police finally confront Diana on camera, she is so visibly out of it that even basic questions start falling apart almost immediately. And if you watch these cases for the moments where the story collapses before the officer even has to push very hard, this one earns your, the second the excuses start colliding with the evidence.
Go. Look, can I see that?
This is when we had her all blocked in after she had hit us a couple times.
Okay, dope, yeah.
This is about 5 minutes long, but this was when I had her. The cars had her all blocked in when he was on the phone. No, yeah, there you go.
First when I came out of the door, I pushed
Where did this all happen? On the road?
That was at 27th. He was on the phone with the department at the time, and we all had her blocked in. I started videoing her pretty much when she went halfway across the road.
So she backed up into you?
No, she was behind us, and she kept bumping us.
I mean,
no damage.
I'm just going stop.
Which is why I'm like, why did she leave? There was nothing there.
There's no, I mean, but it was just a bump.
14, copy 428.
Who can I send this to? What's your number?
I'll give you my email.
Okay.
Juliet Uniform 2 84 Tango JU2 84T. And she hit anybody else?
She hit the guardrail over
But not another person.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The cars all had her blocked in too, and she pulled out.
It's crazy how she took off like.
And then she hit a guardrail.
She jerked her car out from underneath the guardrail.
Where's the guardrails?
Up
Right
right
there?
at the end of the street.
Is it damaged?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
it's
door
damaged.
cam
But see, I heard it in my house, and I was 2 blocks away.
I'll grab it in a minute. I'm gonna have somebody else come out and get you guys information. I just gotta do this investigation. Okay.
And the 2 witnesses were both in this car?
And was he with you, sir?
I guess I do got a little damage.
Yellow shirt? Is he with you?
No.
Where's your...
I was on 35th and 16th. I was in my house and got to be on my doorbell camera. But I mean, I heard the bang. It was like such a hard hit. She hit the guardrail. I was ran out of my house.
she hit the guardrail too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She smashed the guardrail.
Yeah, that's how the front end of the
When
car's
that
all messed
happened,
up.
we were down at the other light, and that's when he was saying to your communications dispatch, we think cops have her because we saw the white car this way across that road.
Yeah.
You know,
She's
they're
leaking fluid.
perpendicular.
She's got to be leaking fluid.
No,
Yeah.
she definitely is. I smelled it as soon as she pulled off.
She couldn't even back in her driveway. I've got video of that too, her trying to turn into a driveway.
60, and then you saw her hit the guardrail.
I didn't see her hit the guardrail. I came out after she hit the guardrail, but I seen her jerk the car out, and
So you saw her pulling the car out from the
she was
guardrail.
like angled like this underneath the guardrail.
So after she hit it, you came out, you saw her in her car,
Yes.
and
she-
underneath the guardrail, and then you saw her,
I originally seen him on the phone. I thought they might have gotten into an accident, but
and then you saw her back out and come down here,
yeah.
and then pull into that address.
She was struggling coming down the road too.
Okay.
Because the car wasn't running right.
You did about
I was surprised it crunk. Like,
Yeah.
the way it was
I
cranking,
have
I'm
her
like,
trying to turn in the driveway on video also. No, I didn't send it yet. I can
It almost
send.
makes you feel like she has no insurance or doesn't have a valid driver's license.
No, I think she's drunk just by my 2 seconds of interacting with her.
Oh, she's over there going like this while she's talking to the partner, so.
What did you observe happen?
everything from her pulling off after hitting them.
So, she pulled off after hitting them, you saw?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they had her blocked in, and then the first car left, and she was able to squeeze by, and then she came down. She made a hard left turn. That's how she ran into that. And then I saw her get stuck because I pulled over to the side, tried to help her, but she wasn't trying to get help. She came down the road, back to her driveway.
So you're the one that you actually saw her hit the guardrail?
Yeah. Okay. I got it all on dash cam too.
Is there a way we can get a copy of that dash cam?
I can definitely do.
Like if we give you an email or something like that, would you be able to send it to us?
I'm pretty sure it's an SD card in it.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, if you go over there, you'll see her fluids and her underneath bumper.
Okay.
29 negative times 2 for Charlie.
Thank you. I'll be back on one. That's your...
Is there anybody else in that house? No. Okay, why don't you tell me about what happened with the vehicle crash?
I guess I banged into her. I didn't even realize it.
So then why didn't you stop?
I did stop.
In your driveway you stopped?
No, I stopped prior to that.
And then what
she
happened?
told me not to stop and come back to my driveway. So
She's told you to come back to your driveway? How would she know where your driveway is, ma'am? You're not making sense, Diana.
No, she told
See how
me.
unsteady she is on her feet?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why don't we step outside? After you.
So where are you coming from?
Work.
Where you work at Cleveland Clinic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a nurse there.
Did you just get off?
Yep.
Did you work overnight?
Yep. Day shift.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
You said day shift. What time did you get off work?
I get off at 7 to 7.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.? Okay, what time do you think it is now?
It's not time to get off.
So if you just got off work and you work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., how did you just get off work?
I just left work.
Uh-huh. So you just left even though...
They knew I was leaving though.
Why did you leave?
Because I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
I was vomiting.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't feeling good. So,
You seem a little intoxicated to me, Diana. I'm a little concerned about how much that you've had to drink. What is it that you're under the influence of right now?
maybe I had vodka today.
Vodka?
Yeah.
How much vodka did you have?
Just one.
What time
Double
was
shot.
that?
10?
10 o'clock? While you were at work?
No.
Okay,
Before
so
work, before work.
you had it at 10 a.m. before you went to work at 7 a.m. That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's 10 to 10.
Okay, you said 7 to 7.
Well, it's 10 to 10.
Okay, so your shift is from 10 a.m. to
Yes,
10
ma'am.
p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes.
just before going into work, you had a double shot of vodka,
'cause I was
which is
very
probably
anxious.
why you got sent
Very
home.
anxious.
Place, right?
Well, they didn't send me home. I just left.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be drunk at work.
No.
It's probably a really bad idea. You shouldn't be drunk behind the wheel either. You know, your pants are on backwards. Okay, so Diana, a question that I have for you. I noticed there's a prescription bottle on the floorboard of your vehicle.
Okay.
You mentioned anxiety.
Yes.
Do you take any
Big
medication for that?
Yes.
What is it that you take?
Adderall?
Okay, and Adderall
And
for
lorazepam.
anxiety?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I misunderstood. I didn't realize Adderall was taken for anxiety.
Well, it's for ADHD, so.
Okay, so, and then the lorazepam is for anxiety.
Yes.
Okay, so what time did you take your lorazepam?
It was very early in the morning, like 4:30.
What were you doing at up at 4:30 in the
I
morning?
wake up. That's what time I wake up.
You wake up at 4,
Yep.
so you can go to work at 10.
Yep.
Okay. And what about the Adderall? What time did you take your Adderall?
Same.
At 4 o'clock in the morning?
Same time. Yeah.
And then just before 10 a.m. Did you show up to work on time today?
Absolutely.
And who did you check in with when you went to work?
I just clock in.
You have like a time clock or something?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And when you clocked in, what time was it?
10.
10 a.m.?
9:44.
Okay, so
To be
sometime before 9 o'clock, or around 9 o'clock, you had a double shot of vodka? Is that what you
Well,
said?
that was way before.
Okay, well, you said...
Yeah.
You said... Okay. You're confusing me, because you said it was at 11, but then I said,
Yeah,
well,
no,
wait a
but
minute, you went
Before I
to...
clocked in, though, it was way before that.
Okay, so what... Like when you took your medication?
It's like 8 o'clock
8 o'clock?
in the morning. Yeah.
When you took a double shot of vodka. What's going on that you're taking double shots of vodka at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Like I'm depressed.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. What's your last name, Diana?
Just going in.
15 Vero, our registered owner, Diana. Could you please add her to the call? Okay, so Diana, my question to you is, let's go ahead and step forward. Right there is fine. I don't need you standing in this hot sun.
Okay.
My question to you is, it seems to me like in order to be a nurse, which you said that you're a nurse.
I am. And I love my job.
Right. In order to be a
Thank you very much.
you must have somewhat of
Stability.
your life together,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
But right now, me looking at you, you do not have it together, right? You're intoxicated. You're under the influence of pills that you shouldn't combine with
I don't take
alcohol.
pills.
Well, you do pills. You just prescribe them,
The raspberry.
right? And Adderall.
Right.
right? So lorazepam and Adderall,
You're right.
which you took today, and neither one of them are you supposed to mix with alcohol, but you did before you got in your car to drive to work. Then you struck a vehicle, right?
Correct.
And you left the scene of that vehicle, and then you struck several other things alongside of 16th Street just before 34th Avenue when you turned in here, because we have a second person who saw you hitting the barriers.
Wow. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's.
I understand that
I
wasn't
haven't slept
intentional.
in like a couple of days.
So on top of the pills and the alcohol, there's also a lack of sleep.
I'm very lack of sleep.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick, okay, we have to do 2 different investigations here.
Okay.
One is a crash investigation. No criminal.
what?
Crash investigation.
Okay.
Okay. This is not a criminal investigation. It's just a civil investigation because of the fact that you were in an accident.
Okay.
Okay. So what you tell me in this cannot be used in the sense of a criminal investigation. You understand that? Okay. So what happened with that blue car? Obviously, there's some damage to your car.
I don't know.
Did you rear end that car?
I don't recall that.
You don't recall? Okay. You've never seen that car before?
Nope.
You don't know what happened off 16th and 37th when they were trying, or 16th and 27th Avenue when they were trying to talk to you? No.
Never.
What about a guardrail? Did you touch a guardrail? Did you hit a guardrail?
No.
So you don't know.
Definitely not.
So how did your car?
Definitely not.
How did your car get like this?
Just parking in front of people.
No. How did it get all messed up?
Like parking in front of people. Like maybe I banged into somebody.
But that's more than banged in. That's some damage. You know what I mean? So you don't know how that happened?
Maybe at the hospital.
At the hospital? So you went to work, you came back, and you noticed that was there?
No, it wasn't there.
No? So
Definitely.
what you think it was, where did that happen then? I'm trying to figure out what that happened.
No, if I could tell you honestly, I would tell you.
All right, no worries whatsoever. I just got to figure it
I don't want
out.
to be like a liar.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to figure out what happened to your car. All right, that's all.
I just don't want to go to fucking jail.
Okay, so now, crash investigation's over. Okay, you can't tell me much about the crash. Fine. Are you injured? Do you need medical
I
attention?
am not injured.
Okay, so next, changing hats. Okay, I am now doing a driving under the influence investigation. Okay, do you understand what that means? This is now a criminal investigation. Okay, so I have to do my job as a law enforcement officer and do a criminal investigation for you driving under the influence. Okay, so what that means is, are you willing to do standardized field sobriety exams? So you're willing to submit some exams to see if I feel comfortable with you behind the wheel? Okay. Do you have any medical impairments whatsoever?
I have
No?
hypertension.
Hypertension? Do you take medicine for hypertension?
Hypertension.
Do you take medicine for hypertension?
Yeah,
You
just
do?
one medicine.
You take one medicine? Are you on it right now?
Well, this morning.
Okay, but when was the last time you took it?
This morning.
This morning? Around what time?
9.
9? Okay. Besides those glasses, do you wear any other sort of glasses? What kind of glasses are these? Are these
Just
eye?
these.
I know, but are they like to see close or to
See close and
Just see close?
and far.
and far? Okay, so just normal glasses. Do you, what about your shoes? You comfortable with your shoes?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is my partner here is going to angle her car and we're going to go walk up in front of it, okay? We're going to do a series of standardized exercises, okay, to see if your facilities are impaired or not, okay? Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
All right, so like I explained to you before, okay?
Good now?
No, hold on. Like I explained to you before, okay, that I am not changing the investigation from a crash investigation to a criminal investigation, okay? Are you still willing to do those exercises for me that I asked you to?
Sure.
Okay. So, thank you. So, are you wearing any glasses or contact besides the glasses that you have on you right now? Nope. Okay. First, I'm going to check your eyes. Okay. So, let's get down to here to the shade, so you can see. Why don't we stand right here and just face me?
No, you can leave them on.
Yeah, you can leave them on for now. Just stand at the end of that crack there, and just feet together, feet together, feet together. Hands at your sides. Cool.
Okay,
right.
Diana. I noticed that your shoe is untied, and I don't want that to be a problem. Let's go ahead and get your shoe tied. Oh!
Sorry, I got it. Thank you for checking.
I'm just gonna check her eyes.
I got it.
I'm gonna check her eyes, and then we'll call it there.
Okay. Got it.
All right, Miss Diana. So,
Sorry.
can you look at the tip of this pen?
Yes.
Okay. Can you actually keep your glasses are a little dirty? Do you mind if I take them off for you?
Nope. I don't.
All right. So can you look at the tip of my pen? The tip of my pen, okay? With your eyes and your eyes only. Hey, I need you, like I asked you to do, I need you to keep your feet together and hands by your side. Okay. I need you to keep your feet together and your hands by your side. Okay. With your eyes and your eyes only, follow the tip of the pen. Okay. Do you understand what tip of the pen is?
Yes.
Can you touch the tip of the pen with your finger? Okay. Follow the tip of the pen. Okay. Okay, Diana, I need you to follow it with your eyes and your eyes only. Okay, tip of the pen with your eyes and your eyes only.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Diana, I need you to follow it with your eyes and your eyes open.
I'm trying.
Just your eyes, not your head. Okay. Feet together, hands to your side. Feet together, hands to your side. Can you stand feet together with your hands to your side?
Yes.
Thank you. Hands to your side.
Wait. Sorry.
I don't even think
Okay,
I
go
can
ahead.
safely do this.
No.
I can do that. I can do it.
No, it's okay. We can move on to the next one. You're good. Okay. We're gonna try this one, okay? If we can't do this, we're just gonna move on to the next one, okay? So we're gonna do the walk and turn, okay? Just gonna try it.
Yep.
Okay. So place your left foot on the line. So this is gonna be a line. Can you see this line? Do you see this line?
Left line.
No. Do you see this line? First,
Yes.
answer me this. Do you
Yes.
see this line?
Yes.
You see it all the way back, there and forward? Okay. So you see the line. With your foot, place your left foot on the line. Okay. So we're gonna be saying left foot on the line. Okay. And then put your right heel against the toe of your left foot.
Line, right?
Yeah. And then put your right heel against. Put your right heel. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'll
That's
show
fine.
you.
Sure.
How about I show you how
I
to do
got
it?
it.
Watch
I got
her.
it.
So this foot, and then this foot directly in front, just like this, heel to toe, okay?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Just one
Can you do
after
this?
the other.
No, we're not going to do that yet. I just need you to do what I'm doing right now. Can you do this?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, do it. And
And you gotta stay like that. Don't try to walk. Just stay like that.
stand in that position.
Okay, no worries. So I gotta read you something real quick, okay? So right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. Okay? Do you understand these rights have I read to you? If you don't understand them, do you want me to read them to you again?
You're being
What
arrested.
part?
No,
Yes.
hold on. I
You
just gotta talk to you first, okay?
You're gonna be arrested.
Well, first I want to talk to you, okay? Before we go anywhere, I want to talk to you, okay? So I gotta read you this before.
Yeah. I mean, there's
So-
nothing wrong with telling her.
Okay.
You're
You're not
under
being
arrest.
arrested right now.
Well, I need to talk to you first, okay?
Okay.
So that's why I need you to listen to me,
Okay. I'm
You have the
listening.
right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. Do you understand these? Okay. So, what did you have to drink today? How much did you have to drink? Hey, talk to me.
Just 2 double shots.
Two double shots? Where did you get them
It's
from?
really not much.
Where did you get them from?
Walgreens.
Walgreens? Is it on the way from work? Okay, but you said you got off work at what time? 12? Okay, so first you told me 7, then you told me 11, now you told me 12.
It was 11 and then it was 12.
Okay, so you work a little bit overtime?
10.
And then you stopped at Walgreens?
Told me it was 10 to 10.
Told me
And she
11.
got there and she
Okay.
left because she didn't
So
feel
did you take any other medication or no? It's just the double shots.
She actually does take medication, which we discussed earlier.
I don't want to take any
She
medication.
takes
Okay.
lorazepam
Okay.
and Adderall, which she said she took around 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. All right. All right. So right now, Diana,
And then she said she had
you are getting arrested for driving under the influence. Okay.
around
I wasn't
8 a.m.
driving.
Yes, you were. We have witnesses to put you there. Okay. Right now, you're getting arrested for driving under the influence. You understand that? 4:14, 10:15.
Why am I getting
I'm going to take her
arrested though?
jewelry off so we can not have to deal with this out at the gym.
10:15, Diana.
But I'm not. Why am I getting arrested when I wasn't even driving?
You
Where
were
do you
driving,
want?
ma'am.
Where do you want your
I wasn't even
necklace and
driving.
your ID?
I wasn't even driving.
That's what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
No,
Are you
I wasn't
BTO?
trying to drive.
Are you okay?
I wasn't trying to drive.
We're gonna go to that little car there.
This one is hard to watch because the damage was already done before the officer ever got to ask a serious question. By the time police arrive, neighbors have boxed her in, multiple witnesses are already comparing notes. People have video, dash cam, doorbell footage, and a car that is literally leaking fluid after bouncing off other vehicles and a guardrail. So right away, this is not one of those stops where the truth is buried under uncertainty. The truth is scattered all over the street, and all the officer really has to do is collect it. And that matters because Diana seems to step into this interaction with the exact wrong expectation. She talks like this is still a private explanation problem, like if she can just mumble through it, maybe this stays small. But the scene has already moved past that. Once witnesses are saying she hit several things, fled, struggled to even get into the driveway, and appeared obviously impaired just from a few seconds of contact, the officer is not trying to decide whether something weird might have happened. He is trying to figure out just how bad it is. That is why her first few answers are so revealing, not because they are just inconsistent, but because they show someone who is no longer capable of keeping her own cover story organized. She says she stopped. Then she says she stopped in the driveway. Then she says someone told her to go back to her driveway, which makes no sense on its face. Then the work timeline starts collapsing too. Day shift, overnight, just got off, left early, was vomiting, no one sent her home, she just left. It is the kind of story that changes every 30 seconds because the person telling it is too impaired to remember what they already said. And honestly, that is one reason viewers latch onto the backwards pants detail so hard. It sounds funny at first, but it is not really funny in context. It is a tiny visual clue that her whole day was probably a mess long before the crashes. If you are so disorganized that you leave the house, go through your day, drive to work, leave work, hit multiple things, and still do not realize your pants are on backwards, that is not just a cute detail, that is a warning light. It fits perfectly with everything else the officer is already seeing. Poor balance, scrambled timeline, confused answers, sloppy presentation, and the kind of impairment that does not exactly sneak up on a person at the last second. That's also why the "I'm not that drunk" energy in cases like this never really lands. At some point, the body starts testifying against you. Your words can say one thing, but your posture, your gait, your confusion, your appearance, and your inability to answer very simple time questions start saying something else entirely. And here, her body is basically giving a separate interview. She can barely keep the sequence straight, barely stand still, and cannot walk through the logic of her own day without getting tangled up in it. That is the kind of impairment that makes even the audience feel uneasy because it is no longer subtle. She does not look like someone who just made one bad turn. She looks like someone who probably should not have been trusted to walk across a parking lot alone. The nurse angle makes the whole thing worse, and there is no way around that. Not because nurses are supposed to be saints, but because the public hears nurse and immediately thinks of responsibility, medication, patient care, controlled judgment, trust. So when the officer starts laying out vodka, Adderall, lorazepam, lack of sleep, multiple crashes, in an attempt to keep driving through it, the profession stops helping her and starts making the whole scene feel more alarming. A drunk stranger hitting a guardrail is bad enough. A healthcare worker mixing alcohol and prescription drugs before a shift, and then getting behind the wheel feels like something else entirely. The audience does not just hear DUI, they hear, who was this person taken care of earlier? Now, to be fair, the transcript itself does not prove she diverted drugs from work or did anything specific to patients on duty. That would be a leap, but it absolutely supports the broader reaction that she looks profoundly unsafe in any environment that depends on attention, judgment, and physical coordination. And that is what viewers are really reacting to. They are not just moralizing. They are noticing the obvious. If someone cannot keep their timeline straight, cannot stand steadily, cannot explain the damage all over their car, and admits to vodka plus prescription meds before work, then yes, ordinary people are going to hear nurse and immediately think danger. That is not internet cruelty. That is public trust colliding with visible impairment. Legally, the structure of the stop is actually very clean. The officer first handles the crash side as a civil investigation and makes clear that he is separating that from the criminal DUI inquiry. That is smart, because it shows he understands the difference between crash questioning and custodial criminal questioning, and he explains the shift out loud. Then, once the crash facts are as settled as they can be from her side, he He changes hats and moves into the DUI investigation. That is exactly the kind of procedural clarity that makes later challenges much harder. He is not just freestyling his way through. He is building the case in layers. And the reason he can do that with confidence is simple. He is not relying on one thing. He has witnesses saying she hit vehicles and fled. He has video of neighbors blocking her in. He has a second witness describing the guardrail strike. He has fluid leaking from the car. He has physical damage. He has her own admissions about vodka. He has her admissions about Adderall and lorazepam. He has her lack of sleep. He has her physical instabilities in front of him. By the time he gets to the field sobriety portion, this is no longer some borderline maybe. The exercises are almost an extra chapter in a story that is already mostly written. Psychologically, there is another layer here that makes the scene feel darker than a standard DUI. Diana does not come off like someone who had a couple drinks at dinner and made a stupid choice on the drive home. She sounds like somebody whose whole day was built on unstable decisions. Morning medication, alcohol before work, depression, lack of sleep, possibly leaving work because she was sick or impaired, depending on which version you follow. Then the driving itself turns into this chain of collisions and half-escape behavior where she keeps moving, not because she has a plan, but because stopping would force her to confront what state she is actually in. That kind of impaired momentum is dangerous because it keeps producing new damage even after the original mistake should have made someone stop, and that is where the neighbors become one of the most interesting parts of the whole clip. A lot of viewers loved that they boxed her in, and you can understand why. People are tired of watching obviously impaired drivers keep drifting down the road until they kill somebody. So when a neighborhood sees what is happening and decides, no, this ends here, there is something deeply satisfying about that. It feels like ordinary people stepping in before the story gets worse. And in this case, that instinct was probably right. Because listening to her talk and watching her move, it is not hard to believe that if nobody had slowed her down, she would have just kept going until the next impact involved a person instead of property. That's the real weight of this footage. She is lucky. Extremely lucky. Lucky the witnesses were alert. Lucky the crashes were mostly with vehicles and barriers. Lucky people recorded things. Lucky officers were able to track the sequence quickly. Lucky she made it into a driveway instead of a crosswalk or somebody's front room. That is why the public response gets so sharp on cases like this. They are not just reacting to how intoxicated she looks. They are reacting to how close this was to becoming a fatal story instead of a DUI story. The officer also does something useful rhetorically when he points out that being a nurse is supposed to require a certain amount of stability and self-management. Some people might hear that as a lecture, but it serves a purpose. He is trying to force a basic reality check. Because one thing addiction and denial do very well is split a person into compartments. Professional at work, functional on paper, totally unraveling in private. He is essentially saying, whatever version of yourself you rely on to keep life together, that version is not the one standing in front of me right now. And that lands because it is true. In that moment, she does not present as a competent adult who had one unfortunate lapse. She presents as somebody in open collapse. The field sobriety segment only confirms that impression. She struggles with the simplest setup instructions. Feet together, hands at sides, follow the pen with your eyes only. Even that turns messy almost immediately. And this matters because people often imagine impairment only shows up in the dramatic moments, swerving, slurring, falling. But it also shows up in the inability to hold a very basic physical posture and process very basic instructions in sequence. Once that is happening in front of police, the case stops being theoretical. It becomes visible in real time. Then comes the final collapse. Even after all of this, she still tries to separate herself from the driving. I wasn't even driving. That is classic last-ditch denial. Not careful denial, not strategic denial. Just the kind people reach for when every other version has failed and they have run out of room. But by then, the scene is already full of people and evidence putting her behind the wheel. So the line does not help. It just shows how completely disconnected she is from the situation she is actually in. What makes the whole thing feel especially bleak is that this is not a secret, hidden kind of problem. This looks like the kind of addiction spiral that ordinary people around her may have already noticed for a long time. The depression comment. The mixing of substances, the work issue, the sloppy presentation, the inability to function cleanly through ordinary tasks. None of it feels new. It feels public. It feels advanced. It feels like the sort of thing that everyone politely calls concerning until one day the car starts collecting evidence faster than the person can hide it. By the end, this was not really a mystery about who hit what. It was a woman so impaired she forgot how time worked, forgot how pants worked, and somehow still expected people to believe she was fine to drive. She is incredibly fortunate this ended with handcuffs and not a funeral, and the neighborhood stepping in when they did may be the only reason this footage ends as a DUI arrest instead of something much harder to watch.